you got to get down this mountain. I see that fear, and I'm running right through it. You know, there's nothing that's gonna hold me. There's times I'm flying in the plane, I'm like, this plane may go down. But, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with dying. Like, that's because now it's like I know I'm doing everything I possibly can every single day to inspire and impact the people around me. And if I die, I know that I've done my part as much as I possibly can. That's the driving force of like every day, like pushing myself. And that's when I was like, I want to step up as more as a role model for this generation and be a better leader. And let me tell you, if I was able to do it, you can too. You know, but you need to start making that choice. You need to make that choice right now for yourself. Figure out their why, man. It really comes down to that. But you know, that's the truth. It's figuring out why are they doing it, and what really truly drives them to solve this problem. It's definitely tough for them, and the entrepreneurs definitely have their lows, and some of them don't make it. You know, some of them break, and they're like, this isn't for me. And can anyone become a great entrepreneur? Yes. Do they have what it takes? Are they willing to do whatever it takes? A lot of people give up. That's just the truth. And you have to be resourceful. You have to be willing to get your hands dirty and do a little bit of everything in the beginning. But then it's like, okay, really buckle down and like figure out like, what am I really, really passionate about? And what am I really great at? And what is that one thing that I can do the very best on my team to add the most value? Figuring out, okay, who do you really need? You know, who are the people that you need, you know, around you, and what are you really truly great at? It's extremely important today that you understand how to share your story, how to document the process, how to put that out, how are people discovering you in today's day and age, consistently day in and day out. You need to surround yourself with the right energy, the right people like that are as passionate as you, like-minded people. That positivity and that energy is infectious. Like, we live in this day and age where like social media is so strong, right? You know, and it could do so many great things and connect. But like really digging into like why are you here? Like what do you want to give to the world? You know, and are you really discovering that within yourself? Because there's so much consumption happening on a daily basis because of social media and everything. You can get so caught up on like living a script of what you think you should be doing, rather than digging down inside yourself and shutting off all the noise and like figuring out like what is it that what is it that you really want to do, and what is it that you want to give to the world. And I think that millennials right now, a lot of them, you know, haven't figured out who they really are, and like because of and then they fear how people are going to judge them and what they look like and all that stuff, instead of like really figuring out who they really are, not trying to be something that they're not, and then starting living a true, authentic life and putting that out. I'm not afraid to fail. You know, for me, there's nothing more powerful than creating something, and if it's going wrong, like solving, okay, let's pivot, let's figure out why it's not working, and continuing until, you know, we actually have built something that people, you know, see value in. Believe in something wholeheartedly and follow that with faith and courage to just go, and no matter what, be able to also, I think for me, leading is picking up the people around me and putting them before myself. Caring about everybody around me and putting them in a position to thrive and to succeed before myself, and basically leading by example of how you live your life. Leadership to me is character, you know, who you are, not what you do.
When you make a decision, you can't just walk away from the decision and say it's somebody else's problem. The ability to embrace failure is for me, it's a strength, I think. But I'm not a quitter. And so if you have the two, you're not afraid to fail, but you don't quit when you fail, I think that's a pretty decent combination. I think it's important to avoid that pitfall. You have to surround yourself with people who approach things differently, who challenge you. We know that we have the ability to change the world. We know that we've already taken steps in that direction. If we don't follow it to the end game, people like you and me will wind up feeling totally unfulfilled and frustrated. You break it down to the problem, identify the root cause, and then you try and engineer a solution to the root cause of the problem. You take a series of steps so that that failure isn't a fatal failure. If I can identify a problem early on, and then if I have help getting to the root cause, I can address the root cause problem with one step or another to make that no longer a lethal problem. But the fact is that if you're good enough to see an impending failure and address it, it's a hell of a lot cheaper, and it's a hell of a lot easier, and you get to sleep a lot earlier if you can do it before it goes completely haywire. What's the solution? The problem's identified, focus on the solution, and come up with a series of options.
Leadership is about vision and responsibility. It's not all about power. So you want to be a leader? You want to take control? Then I'll tell you what. Use your vision. Use your vision to take control of your life and change your perspective on life and change your perspective on what power means to you. Because leadership is so much more than just authority and power. You got to take action for the better and not just be selfish for your own means. To be a leader, you have to take responsibility. Not just when you make mistakes, but then also to embrace them afterwards. To make them and take control of them, and then even make them part of your leadership. You gotta do this in order to live honestly and free from fear of others' approval. Be the leader of your own life first. Go ahead and write out the instructions for your own life and use them to take your journey to step on the right path. The right path towards success, because with that success, you're gonna be fueled and pushed automatically towards leadership. Be sure to control your potential as well. The potential that uses success to make your future a place where you live with courage and a life without fear of mistakes or limits. You wear the pants in your own life, so take what I'm telling you and use it to upgrade your life. You're going to want to use this to improve your future. You have that power. You have that potential. So use it. Use it for the better. Control your actions, because your actions that you make right now define your future. And how do you see your future? You see it successful, full of life, fueled with potential. I mean, if that's what you want. And if that's what you want, then you're gonna need to take action right now, because otherwise you're gonna get to a point where you realize you don't have the time left to make the progress that you need to make. You're gonna soon realize that you have no time left. Because your future is now. So what are you going to choose to do? I want you to grasp your life by the horns, and I want you to stare it in its eyes. Stand up to your future. Stand up to your success. Use your work now to boost and upgrade your future later, because it's going to matter then. You might feel tired now, but then it is going to matter and make a world of a difference, and you're going to thank yourself. So take the time now to make your life better for you and only you. Right now is the time to make it in a life where you live in this very moment, right here, right now. Stop thinking of everybody else. Stop seeking everyone else's approval and seek your own approval. Be proud of yourself. Listen to what I just said. Be proud of yourself. Guarantee success for yourself and only yourself. You are the only person that you have to answer to. Switch your mindset to the future. Switch your mindset to the future where you are successful, where you can see yourself with everything that you've ever wanted, doing everything that you have ever wished you could do, doing everything that you've ever needed to do. This is the time will you make that happen?
All you need is belief. The belief that you can succeed. The belief that you can learn, educate yourself. You have the power to push the part of you that sheltered yourself from this progress, that didn't allow you to grow and get stronger. You can be better. You can change to be better, to be stronger, and become the person you need to be. Transform into the person with respect. Respect for themselves. Respect for the decisions you make. Appreciation for the progress you're making. How are you going to make this transition? Are you willing to change? Do you want to change? In order for you to succeed, you need to switch your mindset. You need to know that you want it. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your mistakes. You have one tool. It's called time. Taste the opportunity and feel the success. Feel the power rise above you. You have this. Believe that you can. Know that you can. Be the person you want to become.